Hello, Taurus. Let's see what's in your energy. What's in energy for Taurus? Balance, Taurus. Some of you need to balance out your energy, okay? What's in the energy? Purpose, okay? Knowing your purpose. I wake up each morning serving my purpose, my life purpose, and thinking of creative ways. Excuse my nail, y'all. Thinking of creative ways I can take inspired action towards my heart desire. A lot of you right now are beginning to realize what your purpose is. Some of y'all are trying to figure out what your purpose is. Just know that just waking up each day allowed that God, Spirit guides, allowed you another day to wake up. And so that means that each day that you're allowed to be on this earth, it's a new day that you can, begin to go towards your purpose, okay, while you're here, okay? Spirit, give me another card. Thank you. Desire, yeah, what your desire is, okay? I live a life of desire, passion, and joy, and this is brought to my attention in many ways. So your purpose, your desire. Taurus, what is it that you want to do? Okay. Now, I know for some of y'all, you asked yourself this about 5 years ago, about 1 year ago, about 10 years ago. Right now, you could be thinking about this as you're watching my reading. Hello, I'm Positive Thoughts and Energy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Happy Tuesday, September the 2nd, 2025. This reading is fluid. You can watch this anytime. Okay. But your heart's desire, your purpose of what it is that you want out of life. What is your desire? What is your purpose? Who's in their purpose right now? That's a lot to think about. Why are you here on earth? What is it that you want to do? What is it that your heart is desiring? I feel like this is in your energy right now, okay? Some of you, this can be in the form of love. I just want to be loved, Miss Positive Thoughts Energy. Some of you, you're definitely trying to create something significant of your career. You're trying to own something. Maybe some of you are creating, trying to create generational wealth. Some of you are trying to, your purpose is to, whatever it is, it's, everybody's purpose is different. And sometimes we don't find our purpose until later in life, right? And I didn't find my purpose until really I knew I connected with a lot of people. I knew I had that, and I knew I had a gift as a little child, but I never knew what that purpose was until like four or 5 years ago. Okay, so sometimes we don't figure out what our purpose is until later in life, and so, whether you're in your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, your 80s, your 20s, your 30s, it doesn't matter, your 40s. Sometimes people don't realize what their purpose is until later on in life. It's like sometimes I got to live through a lot in order to figure it out. And I feel like with me, I had to live through a lot. I had to experience a lot of trauma, a lot of pain in order for me to understand what my purpose is. So right now, you're asking yourself, what is my purpose? What is your heart's desire? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Okay, what's on your bucket list is what the question is, okay? When you know you're in your purpose, right? How you know you're in your purpose is because it's not going to feel like work. It's not going to feel like work. And I saw this card earlier too. Abundance and gratefulness. These two cards came out. When you walk into your purpose, when you're walking into your purpose and you're figuring out, it's not going to feel like work. It's going to be so abundant. When I say that, it's going to, whatever your purpose is, it's going to attract the abundance to flow into your life effortlessly, okay? I feel like a lot of you now are in your purpose. A lot of you are walking your purpose now, and your desire to be fruitful. A lot of you, your purpose, your desire is to be fruitful, to attract so much great gratitude, so much gratefulness, and so much favor and prosperity in your life, right? I feel like that's what's for somebody. Some of y'all purpose is to attract so much abundance in your life from all directions and possibilities, because that's what it says. I attract this into my life each day from all possibilities and directions, but most of all being grateful and thankful for the things that you have. and knowing that the purpose that you're in right now, if you're in your purpose, you're so grateful that you found your purpose. If you have not found that purpose yet, just continue to ask for guidance, ask God, spirit guides for guidance. And this card here also fell out. I am grateful for the abundance that surrounds my life. Okay, that surrounds my life each day in limitless ways and directions. Okay. So that's a beautiful thing, to know your desire and to know that what is my desire? What do I desire the most? What is it that you really want to accomplish before you leave this world? Okay. Yeah, some of you may have your desire, your purpose, maybe to own your own gym, inspire other people to work out, to be to be someone that can motivate someone. Okay. Some of y'all could be going back to school. Okay, some of you could wants to be a teacher. Some of you may want to teach school one day, or go back to school, or own your own gym. Your purpose, whatever this is to inspire other people, to inspire people to do better. Some of you, I feel like, also want to go to jail and help out and to inspire a lot of prisons. Also, you may be wanting to fight for if injustice, unfairness with the justice system. Okay, some of you may be wanting to go into jails and get people out that was wrongfully done. Okay, your purpose is to own your own gym, maybe go back to school, also be an advocate of people being done wrong in prisons. Okay, your purpose for some of you is to travel the world, to connect and travel the world. Okay, some of you, it's a lot of things with your purpose. And give me one more, spirit. Give me one more. Spirit just point me to this. This deck was way over there on the shelf, and so this helps describe a lot. Elevation. Elevator. I feel like a lot of you are elevating. Okay, some of you you may want to go to another level in life, elevate in life. Okay, with this elevation, you want to elevate. That means you want to do more in life. Okay, spirit is telling me you want to reach the top. Some of you want to reach the top, whatever that top looks like for you. Okay. You want to reach the top. Thank you, spirit. Yeah, pursue goals, birthplace. Y'all can forgive my fingernail. I hurt my nail. Forgive my nail, okay? Yeah, birthplace of dreams, pursuit, goals, beliefs, and impossibilities. Things that you think you can't do, you can do them. Pursuit of goals. You have goals, and like I said before, everybody, this gonna mean different for everybody. But your purpose, a lot of you know what your purpose is. Put in the comment. Just put in a comment. I love you guys. Put in a comment what your purpose are. Are you in your purpose now? If you are in your purpose now, I please put in there what it is that your purpose is, what you're doing. With that gym card there, some of you want to be a trainer or have your own gym and help people to be more healthier, live a more healthier life. Some of you want to be an inspiration, a teacher, a motivational, going back to school. That can be nursing, that can be anything, and also a lot of you just pursuing your dreams, whatever that dream is. But at the same time, you unwrongfully, people that are in prison, I feel like you want to come in and you want to make the difference with that. So let's see what's going on with the purpose here. With the purpose and the desire of your heart. What is the spirit that my Taurus desire is with the tarot deck? So that was just some things that came out into the energy that may hit some of y'all. You're very caring, very compassionate. Yeah, you're very caring, very compassionate, whoever you are. You could be an empath, but you really care. You really gravitate to people's feelings. You really care. And I also feel like with spirit showed me balance earlier. You have to make sure that you balance out your emotions when it comes down to this Queen of Cups, because you are compassion. You can sometimes take on too much energy that is not yours. Okay, you have to learn how to balance that. Okay, you got to learn how to shut that on and cut it on and cut it off. Okay, because you are someone that has so much love to give. You are someone that has a cup, and you will give your cup and keep giving cups out, because the Queen of Cups is someone that follows their heart. You're very caring, you're very loving, you're very understanding, and that can cause you to get a lot of hurt, a lot of pain in your heart. Okay, so that makes sense of your heart's desire is to help people in whatever that is, because it can be so many thousands of different ways of helping people with your compassion. Okay, for some of you, you want to be in love. Okay, you want to be in love. You got the lovers here. Some of you want to be in love. You want to feel love again. You want to feel, I feel like you want to feel real love. And that song just came. I'm looking for real love, someone to touch my heart. Hey, real love. Some of you looking for a real love, and you have not. And it's all right, because everybody have their own purpose, right? Right. Everybody has their own desire. Everybody has their own purpose. And for some people, their desire, their heart is to be in love, or to be in love. I have to kind of sway away from falling in love, but being in love. But first, you got to be in love with yourself, like that song. Be in love with myself. Being in love with yourself. First, okay. But I feel like your desire is to just have that companionship, have that affection and that passion, and just the touch and the feel for some of y'all. Tell me more about this beautiful purpose in life, okay? Purpose. Yeah, some of y'all are definitely manifesting. But it's like, is it ever going to come, Miss Positive? Is he ever going to come? Or am I ever going to accomplish my goals that I want? Is that man or that woman going to ever come into my life? See how that magician is looking? Look at that. Look how that magician looking. Right? Right? Like, yeah, oh God, I'm tired of waiting. You keep saying it over and over, Miss Positive Thoughts and Energy. And it ain't came yet. It hasn't showed up. Or your purpose, okay? Some of you may just be like, I really don't know what my purpose is, Miss Positive Thoughts and Energy. I don't know what I'm here to do. But I know that I'm caring and compassionate, but I'm quite not sure what my goals. And some of you may have been brainstorming this and wondering, what are you good at? What makes you happy that does not feel like work? It's what Spirit is telling me to tell you. What is it that makes you feel good and it does not feel like work? Okay. Now, for some of you, you could be in love now. You finally found happiness, and this is not this. You could be with somebody that they're not pull. You don't have to pull a tooth to get them to love you. They love you effortlessly. But for some of you, you just want to be in love again. For some of you, you still brainstorming, trying to figure out, what is it, your goals? What is it that you want to accomplish? Your birthplace of dreams, meaning, why was I birthed into this world? Why am I here? Is the question. Why am I here? What am I here to do? And believe it or not, it may sound crazy, but a lot of people don't figure out their purpose until they're in their 50s, 60s. Some people don't figure out their purpose. Some people don't even figure out their purpose in life. They just go through the flow of life. And but some of you, whatever you've been waiting on, whatever this desire, if it's to have your own business and open up, waiting for the contract to come through so that you can waiting for the lease to come up, or waiting for something, whatever it is that you're manifesting, you're waiting for a change. So you're waiting to make some progress on maybe going back to school, or you may have a lot of different ideas. Whoever you are, you may have a lot of different ideas, but I know for sure that a lot of you just, you ready to elevate, you're ready to go to the next level. You're very grateful, but a lot of you, some of you really want to be in love again. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Queen of Pentacles. Yes, you have been through so much. Okay, this Queen of Pentacles is someone that has perspective. Okay, have been through. This is resilience. You know, you have been through a lot of things in your life. You know what I'm saying? And you are very blessed and fulfilled. Okay, you got the peacock at the bottom of your foot there, along with the pentacles there. You have been through a lot in life. Okay, you have withstand a lot. You have fought through a lot, and you are in your blessed peacock season of prosperity. Some of you already know what your purpose. You've been in your purpose a long time ago, and it's paying off, because with this Queen of Pentacles and the peacock there, nothing but abundance and blessings. Okay, if you have not, just know, when you realize and figure out what your purpose is in life, it's going to bring so much abundance your way. Okay, it's going to be so much abundance coming towards you. But I feel like sometimes in life we get sidetracked by just living everyday life, right? We get sidetracked of knowing what our purpose, our desire, our strength. You know, sometimes we got to figure out, what is my strength? You know, what is my weakness and what is my strength? I need to build off my weakness. I need to build that weakness up. If it's confidence, if it's not, being the type of person that likes to speak in front of an audience, or if this is someone, it can be different. Tell me more, Spirit. But it's really pointing me out to love, okay? Really pointing out to love. Page of Cups here. As you see this Page of Cups, it's like, just when I think I got that person, just when I think I've met that one, they fall right out of my hand because they're not the one. You see that catfish they end up being a catfish. Every time I look at this card, because in the tarot deck, this is a double deck tarot deck. In the tarot deck, the Page of Cups, the fish is in the cup. Okay. This cup here is like, just when I think I've met that right one, that right man, that right woman, or when I think I'm in my purpose, it's like, nah, I don't want to do that. Or nope, that person was a catfish. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like you're looking, but it just haven't got there. It just haven't, it hasn't showed up for you, or you just still kind of it's slow moving towards you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're still trying to figure it out. For some of y'all, you're trying to gather the information. You're trying to figure out, what is it? What do I really love to do? What makes you smile, Taurus, and you are happy about it? Now, when it comes down to love, that is showing me Miss Positive Thoughts and Energy. I thought that was a catch, but he wasn't a catch, or she wasn't a catch, right? They end up being a catfish. So it kind of make you wonder sometimes, even down to your goals and your desire. This cup can mean not only with lovers, it can mean just when I thought that's what I wanted to do. You ever met somebody has different, they just all over the place. They doing a little bit of everything, trying to figure out that one thing, what they really desire. And a lot of times, some people have so much talent that it really confuses the mind, because it's like, well, nah, I don't think I want to do that. And even though you have the talent for it, and it's like, nah, I don't want to do that. It end up not being what you want to do. And so that is another way that it prolongs your goals to elevate in life. It prolongs your goals. It takes time, because you're still trying to figure out, because some of y'all have a lot of talent. Some of y'all are very versatile. Some of y'all are just gifted at a lot, and that can be very confusing to you. But I feel like you got to find the what brings you joy. It's what Spirit is saying. What brings you joy, Taurus? What really brings you joy? That's what it all boils down to. Like for me, Taurus, I work a 9 to 5, okay? And it's not It's not a happy job. It's a very strenuous job, but it brings, it don't bring me joy, but I have to put food on the table. Now I can go in there and I can work 12 hours, right, Taurus? I could come home and I could be on this channel and I can sit literally for 8 hours and I won't feel nothing. I know I'm living in my purpose. I have finally figured it out after years of going through and really sitting down and figuring out that this is my purpose, is to speak life into people, to help people heal their hearts, mind, body, and souls by speaking the words out of my mouth. Okay, so I found my purpose and I love what I do. So you will know. If you've been questioning it and you seem like you're all over the place because you have so much talent, ask Spirit Guides God to narrow it down for you. Ask Spirit Guides God, Archangel Uriel, Ariel, to help narrow it down, your angel guides to help narrow it down for you. Okay? Because everyone has a purpose. Everyone has a desire. I told you, you're a person of jacks of all trades, didn't I? I said you're a person jacks of all trades, okay? Jacks of all trades. You know how to do a little bit of everything, okay? And so you are the type of person that's going to have to really, really narrow it down to what really brings you joy, because when you have so many side hustles and so many things that you're good at, I feel like some of y'all get bored very fast. Okay, this could be for some of y'all cross watchers. You may get bored very fast and then you jump to another thing and you jump over here to another thing and you jump over here. So I feel like something has to gravitate towards your attention. It's something that has to take your attention and take off with you, because if not, you will get distracted and bored easily. Okay, so I feel like with this page of Pentacles here, which is the trickster card, I feel like you are the type that has to stay busy. And if that means that some of you may be in your purpose, some of you might be 3 different things that you're in your purpose, or some of you just can't be still. Okay, now I feel like that's not too normal for a Taurus. So you may have Aries in your energy, Capricorn in your energy. Okay, you may be that type, okay, that you in that boss energy. You have to look in your birth chart and see what other placements you have in your birth chart, Taurus, because for me, what I'm seeing here is that you are a jack of all trades. You know how to do a little bit of everything. And if something is not a catch, it's something that you'll let it go in a heartbeat, okay? So I feel like this is really you knowing your own purpose. I really don't feel like it has anything to do with love. Even though people come in your life and you want to be in love, but it may be because the person that comes into your life, whether it's a male or a female, they bore you. Okay, you get easily bored, you get easily turned off, you get easily, it's like you have no patience with with their stuff. You just get bored easy. Somebody has to mentally, psychologically keep your attention. Okay, for some of you, whatever your passion, desire has to keep your attention. If not, you just a jack of all trades. Okay, you are a jack of all trades. You have a little bit of different gifts. Okay, yeah, I told you, the Emperor. I said you must have Aries in your chart somewhere. You are in authority. You have a lot of power. You are business minded. You are very business. You know what I'm saying? It's like your mind is all over. I said it. Oh my God, am I a psychic too, Lord? I know I have several gifts, but I'm a psychic too sometimes. See, you sit back and you think about your life. The Emperor here, okay? You are a jack of all trades. You know how to do a little bit of everything. You have maybe several different businesses, and you may be a Taurus, but you may be very strong in Aries, like I said. You just a jack of all trades. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes you could be in your purpose with everything that you do. Some people, have a lot of different tricks about them. They know how to do this, home build. They know how to build homes. They know how to build business. They know how to own business. Da 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 da. And your joy and your desire is to make sure that all these businesses that you have, or the people that are under you, that you motivate and you teach them, and everything. And that is your purpose. And some people still trying to figure it out. I don't know who you are, but you may, yeah, you just form all kind of stability. You are a person that makes money when you're sleeping. You have Aries in your chart. You are a person, a heavy earth sign. You are a person that thinks about money in your sleep, okay? You are a person that when you're sleeping, you're making money, okay? So a lot of you are in your purpose, and a lot of you are trying to figure out your purpose. And what I can tell you is, Taurus, my beautiful souls, is whatever brings you joy, that is your purpose. And some people, it's somebody that they have met, they love, and that person brings them joy. And for some of you, your purpose is to just do a little bit of everything. You just have so many gifts. I'm positive thoughts and energy. In my readings, there are lessons, blessings, and confirmations. You just have to be vigilant, open-minded, and listen to the message. In life, we do go through life. And we're trying to figure this thing out called life, right? We're trying to figure out what our purpose is, why we're here, what are we here to do, what is our heart's desire. We know we want to be abundantly happy, abundantly, gracefully, gratefully happy in doing so. So if you're right now in the process of trying to figure it out and trying to figure out which way to go, should I go left, right, north, south, east, west, and you're trying to figure it out, you just call on your angels, guys, and ask your angel guides to help you to understand what your purpose is. For some of you, Miss Positive Thoughts and Energy, my purpose is all over the place. I like doing a little bit of everything. I like to inspire. I like to motivate. I go back to school. I like to help people have healthier life, healthier meals, exercise. I love to love. I'm pursuing my goals right now. But it's like every time I think I have something, I think I'm in that purpose, I think I met that one, it falls out of my hand. It just falls right out of my cup, because I think that's my purpose and it's not my purpose. And I think that's the man for me or the woman for me, and that's not the man or the woman for me. It just falls out of the cup. It end up being a catfish, whether the situation or not. Whatever it is, you are definitely business minded, and it's like I am going to keep hustling and hustling, Miss Positive Thoughts Energy, until I find my purpose. Until next time, Taurus.